We are looking at the overall exports of Côte d'Ivoire to the world. To analyze new possible target markets a bit more in detail, go to the Home and Search page and select Exports from Côte d'Ivoire. Let's select 090111, coffee, excluding roasted and decaffeinated for this example. When we click on Trade Indicators, we see a table which is very similar to the one we analyzed in the videos number 6, 7 and 8, even though those dealt with the country's imports rather than exports. Here again, the columns displayed contain data on the recent trade values of the country with its partners, trend data and information on the partner countries ranking in world trade. Select more rows per page to see not only the importers of coffee from Côte d'Ivoire, but also other top importers of coffee. Let's take a closer look at Malaysia. Its ranking world imports of our selected coffee is number 17, and increasing its imports between 2014 and 2018 with a steady 4%. Imagine Côte d'Ivoire wants to expand its exports to Malaysia. Therefore, it is important to get information on the level of competition in that market. To do so, we could look at the column called Concentration of all supplying countries of partner countries. This indicator is based on the Herfindahl index, a common measure for market concentration. It is the sum of the squared market shares of all the suppliers to the Malaysian market. The total number of market participants is denominated with the letter N. The Herfindahl index ranges between 1N and 1. A market that has a very large number of suppliers, each with a very small share, is highly diversified and has a very low index value of close to 0. A market that is dominated by only one supplier with 100% market share will have a Herfindahl value of 1. Markets with a Herfindahl index value that is greater than 0.18 are considered to be concentrated. Markets with an index between 0.18 and 0.1 moderately concentrated, and lower than 0.1 not concentrated. The concentration value for Malaysia is 0.25, so it is a highly concentrated market. But be careful when interpreting the value. A certain value can be achieved by a small number of market participants with an equal distribution of market shares, or by a larger number of actors whose shares diverge considerably. Moreover, we need to be careful when drawing further conclusions even from the number of market participants and their respective market shares. A market with very few participants may be either difficult or easy to enter, depending on the particular circumstances. These include the supplier-buyer relationships. If they are very close and good, a market with only 1 or 2 suppliers may be very difficult to penetrate. But if the suppliers have become complacent, it may also be quite easy.